Amina, Zora, and Nia lived in the same compound, not because life was kind, but because life had given them no better option. The walls around them were cracked, the paint long faded, and the nights often louder than their dreams. Each of them carried hunger in different forms: hunger for money, for freedom, for recognition, for escape. They were friends, yes, but friendship built on survival is rarely pure. Amina was strong-willed and practical, always thinking 2 steps ahead. Zara was quiet, observant, and careful with her emotions. Nia, however, was different, outspoken, charming, and constantly comparing her life to others. Beneath her laughter lived jealousy she never admitted, especially when she looked at Amina's confidence or Zora's calm grace. They shared clothes, meals, and secrets, but they also shared envy. When one smiled too much, another wondered why. When one received attention, the others felt invisible. Still, they stayed together because being alone was far more frightening than being jealous. That evening, as the sun dipped low and the compound filled with shadows, Nia suggested they go out.
This outfit understands my intentions. Of course it does. Everything looks confident on you. I like how we don't even need to match to look good together. Different styles, same confidence. I need something that moves when I move. Try that one. It matches your energy.
This one is cute. I love it. But will it survive dancing? If it can't survive dancing, it's not club wear.
The club paused with early night energy. The music wasn't
now.
wild yet, just loud enough to drown thoughts. Colored lights brushed against their faces as they entered, dressed in borrowed confidence and rented happiness. Men noticed them immediately. Amina felt eyes follow her. Zara stayed close, gripping her small purse like armor. Nia, however, thrived. She laughed louder, danced harder, and accepted drinks with ease. It felt good to be seen, to be wanted, to forget empty kitchens and unpaid rent. They danced together. For a moment, they were just 3 girls surviving the night. But while Amina and Zara enjoyed the music, Nia was watching something else, the men watching them.
Okay, this was a good idea. I told you! Look at the vibe. No stress, no compound walls, just music. Promise me we will do this more often. Stepping out, showing up, and enjoying ourselves. As long as we survive tonight first. I'm happy.
Yes, so.
Me, I happy.
As they were dancing, Nia stepped out with one of the men to discuss something. The man said, "Nia, introduce me to your friends." Nia said to him, "Maybe some other time I will do that." They smiled and said there will be another party at the nearby village. "My friend is hosting. I will love you and your friends to be there." Nia agreed and quickly went to tell Zora and Amina. They were happy, so they left the club to get ready for the next day. The next day, they got ready and left to the new club which the man had invited them to come. They all dressed happily and beautifully, and smelling so nice to attract rich men at the club that night. The music was heavier. The lights were darker. The crowd had thinned into something more deliberate. This was the hour where smiles meant business. Nia disappeared briefly, returning with expensive-looking men who spoke softly and smiled without warmth. "They like us," Nia said casually. "They know places. They can help." Amina felt uneasy. Zara's stomach tightened. Help had never come without a price. Still, hunger and hope can blur red flags. When the men offered a ride to an after-party outside town, Nia convinced them. "Just vibes," she said. "Trust me." The road stretched longer than expected. Street lights disappeared. Houses became fewer. The laughter in the car faded into silence. Zara noticed the locked doors first. Amina noticed the wrong turn. Nia noticed the money already in her phone notification. When the car finally stopped near an unfamiliar village, fear settled like cold water. The men stepped out, voices low, movements rehearsed. That was when Zara whispered, trembling. Nia, what is this? Nia couldn't meet their eyes. I didn't mean for it to go this far, she said, her voice cracking. I just needed money. I was tired of being the one with nothing. Amina's heart shattered, not from fear, but from betrayal. You sold us, she asked quietly. The men grabbed them. The night turned violent, not with blood, but with terror. Hands pulling. Voices threatening. Futures collapsing. They were being taken, sold, to disappear. Luck doesn't always arrive loudly. Sometimes it comes as chaos. A distant argument broke out between the men. One stepped away. Another loosened his grip for a second too long. Amina reacted first, elbow, scream, run. Zara followed, fear fueling her legs. Nia froze, guilt chaining her to the ground. But when one man turned back for Nia, something snapped inside her. She screamed, not for help, but in regret. The confusion gave Amina time to push Zora over a fence.
They are coming. I want to live.
They ran into
God
darkness, branches tearing at skin, lungs burning, hearts pounding with terror. Shots were not fired. Maybe the men feared attention. Maybe fate intervened. They ran until the night swallowed them whole. They were found at dawn by villagers who asked no questions, only offered water, shelter, silence. Nia arrived hours later, alone, crying, broken by what she had done. She knelt before them, shame heavier than hunger. I wanted what you had, she said. I thought money would fix me.
You sold us,
Amina looked at her,
so that's why
eyes
you sold
empty.
us out. You are wicked.
Zara looked away. Some
Nia,
betrayals can be
what
forgiven.
did you do? I just
Others
wanted
become
money.
lessons carved into memory. They left that
So
village
sorry.
changed.
I didn't mean to do that.
They returned to the city, but not to the same lives. They learned that jealousy grows where gratitude is absent. They learned that poverty does not excuse betrayal. They learned that trust is more valuable than money, and once broken, it never returns the same. They survived, not because they were lucky, but because they chose to fight, to run, to live. And from that night on, none of them ever confused attention for safety, or friendship for convenience. Because survival without loyalty is just another form of loss. Jealousy can turn friends into enemies, and desperation can lead to dangerous choices. Trust wisely, value loyalty over money, and remember, no situation is worth selling your soul or someone else's life.